Thank you for watching this video training from www.intouchemr.com, the fast, integrated, and easy EMR. Visit our website for a demo and a free executive briefing on the 5 blunders to avoid with EMR.
Hey everybody, this is Nitin Chhoda with intouchemr.com and intouchbillerpro.com, and in this video I'll teach you about ideal practice workflow stage 3, which has to do with the billing component. For your biller to do what he or she does effectively, the biller needs to be able to enter the claim information into the billing software. Now this can either be done manually or it can be done automatically. If you're using intouchemr.com, the claim flows through to intouchbillerpro.com and appears in what's called as the user hold section automatically. Now your biller inside intouchbillerpro.com is able to verify that the ICD and the CPT codes are matching up correctly, because there's something called an ICD and CPT code crosswalk. We do that for you automatically inside intouchbillerpro.com. Your biller is then able to make sure that the date of service is correct and the place of service is correct, and is able to edit that if needed. That's another unique feature in intouchbillerpro.com. Now more importantly, your biller is able to find out when you bill your ICD and CPT codes if any modifiers are applicable and attach any modifiers with the click of a button. Again, we actually simplify this for you, and there are a certain set of rules in the billing community called CCI Audits. We actually automate that for you. If any CCI edits are applicable, we'll actually tell you that you need to attach those modifiers. It's really simple, extremely powerful feature, makes life easy for your biller. Your biller is now able to specify supporting diagnosis, also called depth of diagnosis, also referred to as diagnosis pointers. Your biller is able to match up within the billing software whether a certain CPT code that you're billing is related to a certain ICD code. That's called supporting diagnosis, depth of diagnosis, or diagnosis pointers. For example, let's say you're billing physical therapy code 97001, which is an initial evaluation. If you're billing a lumbago code and a gait imbalance code, those are the two ICD codes. The supporting diagnosis next to 97001 can be 1, 2, or 2, 1, which means you're telling the system that I'm doing the initial evaluation for 1, primarily the lumbago, secondarily the gait imbalance, or you can flip that and say I'm doing the initial evaluation primarily for the gait imbalance and secondarily for the lumbago. You need to be able to pass on this information, because now with the right depth of diagnosis, you're going to minimize denials, you're going to minimize audits, and you're going to be overall more compliant, not just with Medicare but also with commercial payers. Now here's the truth, not a lot of EMR companies have the capability to even transmit this information to the billing software. We with intouchemr.com do have that capability, and as a biller you can probably appreciate how valuable, how significant this capability is. In fact, even as a clinician, having this capability within your EMR is huge, because it allows for streamlined billing. Once the claim comes over from intouchemr.com to intouchbillerpro.com, the rest of it can happen quickly. Now for you as a private practice owner, for you as a clinician, this is big, because this allows you to get paid more. It allows you to get paid more because we do a lot of the scrubbing for you. We even tell you which codes have the highest relative value units. For example, if you're billing 5 codes, intouchbillerpro.com will tell you which of those codes are actually worth more money, which is again huge, which is a big feature of our billing software. IntouchBillerPro will help you get paid more. It will help you get paid faster because of all the automation that we have built in. Any ERAs that come back from the insurance company are automatically appearing within the billing software. In fact, when they appear, you can click one button and post the ERAs, which is again huge, because the biller doesn't have to do that manually anymore. So we help you get paid more, we help you get paid faster, we minimize denials, and overall we help you as a clinician do what you're supposed to do what you like doing, which is focus on patients. And we allow the biller to become much more efficient at what they do. We make life easier for the biller, and we allow the biller to allow the client with our software to get paid more faster. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video on ideal practice workflow stage 3 was beneficial because the billing aspect of the whole practice workflow is almost like an afterthought for a lot of for a lot of EMR companies. They say, okay, let's create this awesome EMR system, but billing, yeah, it's a bit of an afterthought. And that's a messed up approach. It's a backwards approach. Ideally, the billing system should be the backbone of the patient intake, the scheduling, the documentation. The EMR system supports the billing system. And now the billing, once the EMR system has a claim that's generated, it comes right through to the billing software. And now the biller is able to do what they're supposed to do, what they went to school to do, what they're hired to do, and what they're good at inside the billing software. It's an overall better practice workflow, and I hope that you can understand that this workflow, step 1, step 2, step 3, can change the way you practice. And if this means, I'll be honest with you, if this means you have to change the way you're doing things, if you have to drop the EMR company that you're paying several $100s a month to, if you have to drop the system that you're paying, that you've been using for many years, and there are chances, by the way, that you hate the system that you have right now because they haven't done what they were supposed to do, they're not accurate, whatever. It's worth the trouble, because this right here is the difference between a practice that's running along, like a train that's running out of steam, and a practice that's literally flying like a speeding bullet. Because as you grow, the importance of the practice workflow becomes even more critical. If you're a practice that's just starting out with one or two clinicians, then the change is easier, to be honest, because it's not that hard, and it's better long term. But if you're a bigger practice, the change is that much harder, because you're entrenched, you're invested, you're emotionally tired, you're spent on having spent so much time into a piece of software. But here's the truth: if something isn't ideal and you have to put in a lot of effort to get to an ideal point, it's worth it, because the actual return on investment long term is significant. Let me prove it to you. If your billing software if your EMR if InTouchBillerPro.com and InTouchEMR.com helped you save 8 minutes, just 8 minutes on average per patient per week. Okay, that's just 8 minutes on average per patient per week. And if you're seeing 40 patients a week, it's actually saving you 320 minutes, which is about 5 hours and 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. If you save 5 hours a week, and as a physical therapist, let's say you're worth $35 an hour, your biller, I don't know, let's say $25 an hour. At 5 hours a week, you're actually saving $150 a week. That over the course of a year can be close to $10,000 a year if you're doing just 50 visits a week. And that number can get exponential the bigger your practice is. So you're talking of saving tens of thousands of dollars in your practice with the right system, and it is worth the trouble. I know this was a bit longer than I originally intended with this video, but it's that important. Ideal practice workflow stage 3 involves the efficiency of the billing system, which should be the backbone of the EMR system and not an afterthought like it probably is with you in your existing situation. If you want to know what we can do for you and how we can make this work for you in your practice and actually get it up and running within 24 hours, I kid you not, we can get this up and running for you within 24 hours at a price that's the most reasonable you've ever heard of in the industry. If you want to get it done within 24 hours, reach out to us at InTouchBillerPro.com. You can also just see our EMR at InTouchEMR.com, and we'll get you up and running. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching this video training from www.intouchemr.com, the fast, integrated, and easy EMR. Visit our website for a demo and a free executive briefing on the 5 blunders to avoid with EMR.